A fragile pause has emerged in the escalating conflict between Iran and the United States, as Tehran agreed to a 2-week ceasefire while making it clear that this is only a temporary halt, not the end of hostilities. Notably, Iranian leadership emphasized that the truce depends on strict conditions being met and warned that any violation would be met with immediate retaliation. And at the center of the development is Iran's proposal, outlining expectations for a lasting peace alongside a parallel framework from Washington, with both the sides preparing for negotiations expected to take place in Islamabad. And as part of the ceasefire arrangement, Iran agreed to reopen the strategically critical Strait of Hormuz, a key global oil transit route. However, Tehran stated that access would not be entirely unrestricted, as movement through the strait would be monitored and managed by its armed forces during the ceasefire period. And this partial reopening played a crucial role in easing immediate tensions, contributing to a sharp drop in global oil prices and a boost in financial markets. Notably, the response from Donald Trump signaled a temporary de-escalation from Washington. He announced a suspension of U.S. strikes for 2 weeks, describing it as a double-sided ceasefire, contingent on Iran ensuring safe navigation through the Strait of Hormuz. Donald Trump also stated that planned attacks on Iranian infrastructure, including bridges and power plants, would be halted, calling Iran's proposal workable and suggesting that progress towards a broader agreement was possible. Iran, meanwhile, framed the development as a strategic victory, asserting that its conditions had effectively shaped the ceasefire terms. Officials reiterated demands including a complete cessation of military actions across the region. It is an end to the sanctions, the release of frozen Iranian assets held by the United States, and compensation for reconstruction. Tehran also signaled willingness in order to commit to not pursuing nuclear weapons, while insisting on recognition of its rights and security guarantee. Despite the diplomatic opening, tensions remain high on the ground. Missile alerts were reported across Gulf countries even after the ceasefire announcement, underscoring the fragile nature of the truce. Israel, led by Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, expressed support for the U.S. decision but clarified that the ceasefire does not extend to Lebanon, where military operations continue, and this point remains a major sticking issue as Iran has insisted that any comprehensive ceasefire must include a halt to fighting in Lebanon and other regional fronts. Notably, the conflict, now in its 6th week, has already caused widespread devastation, with thousands of casualties reported across multiple countries, and the situation escalated dramatically following U.S. strikes that reportedly killed several senior Iranian figures and damaged critical infrastructure. And against this backdrop, the 2-week pause is being seen as a narrow diplomatic window in order to prevent further escalation. Talks scheduled in Islamabad are expected to determine whether this temporary truce can evolve into a more durable agreement. While both the sides have shown a willingness to engage, significant differences remain, particularly over sanctions relief, regional military presence, and the broader scope of conflict resolution. And for now, the ceasefire represents a moment of cautious restraint in an otherwise volatile and rapidly evolving crisis. That's all for now. Stay tuned to the Savera for more updates. Do like, comment, and subscribe to the channel.